third point, Western coastal plain is divided into three parts. Those are first one, Konkan coast, Karnataka coast, and Malabar coast. The Konkan coast, it is situated from Gujarat to up to the where Goa. From Gujarat to run of Kutch to where Goa. This is it will be called as the Konkan coast. From Goa to Mangalore, it will be called as a Karnataka coast. Second one, from Goa to Mangalore, it will be called as a Karnataka coast. And then third one, from Mangalore to Malabar, from Mangalore to Kanyakumari, it will be called as a Malabar coast. From Mangalore to Kanyakumari. Here, from in the eastern coastal plain is divided into two groups. Those are into two parts. From Kanyakumari to almost Orissa, it will be called as a Coromandala coast. And from Orissa to the Ganga plains, it will be called as the Northern Sarkar. Northern Sarkar. From Ganga plains to, from the Ganga river, from there to Orissa, it will be called as the Northern Sarkar. From the Orissa to the Kanyakumari, it will be called as a Coromandala coast. Point number third one. And next one, fourth, the western coastal plains are narrow, bhal chikkadadaridu, and then very much steepy, ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಏನವರಿ ಇಳಿಜಾರದಂತಹ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ coastal plains. Next, they are rocky. Narrow, steep, and rocky. Whereas eastern coastal plains are broader. They are having the lot of deltas. ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ನದಿಗಳು ಬಂದು ಏನಾಗ್ತಾವ್ರಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಮುದ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಸೇರ್ತಾವ. So it will reach the Bay of Bengal. So that's why the western coastal plains are narrow, steepy, and then rocky, whereas eastern coastal plains are broader. That's it. Point number 4. And then point number 5. In the western coastal plains, we are unable to see any lagoons. What do you mean by the lagoons? Lagoons are nothing but salt water lakes. In the western coastal plains, we are unable to see any lagoons, whereas eastern coastal plains are having lagoons like Chilka, Pulicat, and then Koleru. Chilka, Pulicat, and then Koleru. These are the definitions in between the western coastal plains as well as the eastern coastal plains. In these 6 points, you can write according to the marks. You must write it. If they were asked for the 2 marks, write any 2 points from the western coastal plains and then eastern coastal plains. Generally, they are going to ask for the 2 marks question, but I had given you 6 points in the western coastal plains and 6 points in the eastern coastal plains. So one more question from here after this 4th one. What is the importance of coastal areas or the coastal plains? In that moment, the 4 points are there. Those are, the first one, they created the natural harbors West coastal plains are created the natural harbors like Vishakhapatnam, Kochi, Marmagova, Mumbai, Kandla, Kolkata. All these harbors created by the nature itself. By the nature itself. So, natural harbors, one, it will be useful for ship, staying up of the ship, ಹಡಗು ನಿಂದಿರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇವು ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಹಾರ್ಬರ್ಸ್ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟನ್ನು ಹಾಕಿ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹಾರ್ಬರ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ರೀ. ಈ ಹಾರ್ಬರ್ ನೈಸರ್ಗವಾದಂಥ ಹಾರ್ಬರ್ಗಳಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ರೀ, ನಮಗೆ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಸಹಾಯವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ಇಟ್ ಜನರೇಟ್ಸ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಪಾರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸ್. ಉದ್ಯೋಗದ ಅವಕಾಶಗಳನ್ನು ನಮಗೆ ಒದಗಿಸಿಕೊಡ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಸರ್ ಇದು ಒದಗಿಸಿಕೊಡ್ತದೆ ನಮಗೆ? ಬೈ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡಿಂಗ್ ದ ಫಿಶರಿ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, and then second one, shipbuilding, fishery, shipbuilding, and then third one in the production of a salt. ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಸಹಿತ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಜನರ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಅದ ರೀ. ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು ರಿಕ್ರೂಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಪಾರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸ್. ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ 3, ಇಟ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ದ ಟೂರಿಸ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಈ ಹಾರ್ಬರ್ಸ್ಗಳಾಗಲಿ ಕೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾಸ್ಗಳಾಗಲಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಏನು ಮಾಡತ್ತದ್ರಿ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಜನರನ್ನು ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡುತ್ತದೆ, ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ರೀ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ 4, about the will be useful for the backwater navigation purpose. Backwater navigation. ಅಂದರೆ ಹಿಂದೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ ನೀರಿನಲ್ಲಿ, ಸಮುದ್ರ ನಿಂತಿರ್ತದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಹಿಂದೆ ನಿಂತಹ ನೀರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ರೀ, ಅವುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ನೇವಿಗೇಷನ್ಗಾಗಿ, ಅದು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರದೇಶ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ರದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದು ಇರಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಫಿಶ್ರಿ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಯಾವುದೇ ಕೆಲಸಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ರೀ, ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್, ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಯೂಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕೋಸ್ಟಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸ್. If you are having a question, we can answer. These are the 4 questions. The next topic is about the islands of India. Okay. In India, islands of India, in that ones, in India, they are having totally 247 islands. How much? 247 islands are there. In the 247 islands, in the Bay of Bengal region, how many? 204 islands are situated. And then in the Arabian Sea, how many? 43 islands are situated. These 204 islands are situated in the Bay of Bengal regions, which they were called as a Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Whereas in the Arabian Sea, which they are situated 43 islands, these islands were named as a Lakshadweep Islands. Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Here, Lakshadweep Islands. And then, these Lakshadweep Islands are formed by the corals. ಇವು ಹವಳ ದ್ವೀಪಗಳು ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಹವಳಗಳಿಂದ ನಿರ್ಮಿತವಾದಂಥ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ದ್ವೀಪಗಳವ. ಸೊ they are formed by the corals. So for that reason, it will be Lakshadweep Islands were formed by the corals. Write about islands of India. Andaga yen baribekri. Next question. This is also for the homework. 5th question. Totally how many islands are situated? 247. And then in the 204 in the Bay of Bengal region, and then those were called as Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and 43 islands are situated in the Arabian Sea, and these islands were called as a Lakshadweep Islands, and they were formed by the corals. ಇಷ್ಟು ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. Okay, and the next important, sometimes they may ask and differentiate also. So like what we must say that once, what is the write the differentiate in between the eastern island and the western islands. Differentiate in between western islands and the eastern islands. Avagenadari, in the western islands, in the eastern islands are situated in the Bay of Bengal region, and the eastern islands, eastern islands are situated in the Bay of Bengal region, and the western islands are situated in the Arabian Sea. And the eastern islands, 204 islands are situated, whereas in the western islands are only 43. In the western part, 43 islands are situated. They were called as a Andaman and the Nicobar Islands, and these are called as a Lakshadweep Islands, and these are formed by the corals. ಇಷ್ಟು ಬರೋದ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೂ ಸಹಿತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಶಿಯೇಟ್ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥ ಕ್ವೆಶನನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಕೇವಲ ಒಂದೇ ವರ್ಷ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕೇಳ್ಯಾನ. Okay, with this aspect, the second chapter is completed. Okay, don't forget about the maps, about the homework which I had given you. Please upload in the group which I had given the questions to. Okay, thank you, my dear students.